Yes. Yes, finally, diamond! Now I can get a diamond pick and enchant it and get some obsidian and I can finally be righteous in the eyes of my peers like the people on YouTube. No! No! No, not the lava! I don't have my gold with me! I don't even remember where that was! What? Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to start this review. Hello there, fans. A very dejected J. Wellington Rommefeller here. The Colonel won't be joining me for this month's review as his various illnesses seem to have taken a turn for the worse. He's fallen into what the doctors describe as an outrageously deep coma. I would feel bad about it as it is deeper than Inception levels here, but the doctors say that they're also sending in a man that sort of looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, so that makes me feel better. This month we bring you an indie title that really needs no introduction. Yes, Minecraft has finally made its way to the Xbox 360. Has the move to a dedicated console hardware actually been good to Notch's baby? Or are the PC gaming master race going to have yet another thing to lord over us console gamers?
In survival mode, or actual Minecraft as some call it, you're plopped into a strange world with nothing but clothes to your name. You must punch trees, craft tools, and build yourself a life in this strange world, all while avoiding creepy monsters, high falls, and drowning. Did all those elements transition well to a controller from a keyboard and mouse?
Yes and no. It's still Minecraft for the most part, but most of the mystery has been lost. First off, let's talk about the music. I think it'll be hard-pressed to find a man who likes the Minecraft music more than I do. But it's not necessarily the tracks, although they are great. It's how often they're played. The music is only played 4 times a day, at dawn, dusk, midnight, and noon. And even whenever a track is supposed to be playing, sometimes they won't select a track properly. So that leads to long periods of silence. And it creates situations in which you're deep in a cave, and maybe you've been slogging through water, and you can hear spiders and zombies on the other side of a stone wall that maybe you're about to break down, and maybe the only sounds that you've actually been hearing is the piff of your pickaxe on stone, and there's no natural light. There's really a depressing environment around you. You're deep down in a cave. And then all of a sudden, Minecraft decides to pick almost the perfect moment to turn on a song.
Why am I even playing this game anymore? I'm just sitting here in the dark, alone, mining. I mean, it's Saturday. I could go out and go do something. I could meet people. I hate this game. You know what? That makes it a lot better. You know what? I'm gonna get out of this hole. And maybe I'll get out and I'll build a house. Maybe I'll build a house out of dirt and I'll take a screenshot of it. And then I can post it to our Minecraft and get a couple of upvotes. Yeah, that sounds like a good Saturday night.
And the music is happy, and it fills you with hope again. Something that maybe you have lost because you couldn't see the sun. And you realize, okay, I can get out of here. There's sun up above. There's villagers and sheep and cats and stuff. It's great. It makes you feel like the work that you're doing isn't really work anymore. But it definitely emphasizes that it is a hard job. Now, I know that reads a lot into it, so how does the 360 version change this? Well, Microsoft seems to think that us console owners need to have background music at all times. Yes, I agree, Olivia. That's absolutely absurd. Do you know how awful that is? To have the meaning of the Minecraft music ruined for me by playing the songs all the time? It's absolutely ludicrous. And don't get me wrong, maybe you don't think the music is that important. Maybe you think that I'm just rambling on for no reason. However, that's not the only thing they've messed up.
Another large change is in crafting. In Minecraft for PC, unless you want to take a look at the wiki for recipes, you have absolutely no idea how to build anything. Most of your first building/tools are guesswork and thinking, well, this kind of looks like a pickaxe, maybe it'll work. Oh, yep, it did. I rather like that. It gives me the opportunity to think for myself and try new things. It also affords me time to fail before succeeding and makes crafting new recipes by just guessing feel more rewarding. In Minecraft 360, however, there's a menu. One menu. That's it. It tells you what you can make, how you can make it, what it's used for, and leaves nothing to the imagination. Now, some may prefer that as they would have never thought of a recipe for a cake, but I like to at least have the chance to feel inventive. At least a disabling option, or maybe the recipe isn't revealed until after you craft it once would be better. Something that makes me feel less like you're handing me the blueprints to the world and more like I'm actually alone instead of being handheld by this game.
Also, you'll notice some missing features from this version compared to the latest one on PC, notably Endermen, and by extension the End Dimension and the Ender Dragon. Now, some people may not think this is a big deal, but I think it is a huge oversight. Don't get me wrong, I think I know what happened. They probably, whenever they knew they were porting this game to the 360, froze a version of the code specifically for this game, and then they worked on making that version work with the 360 instead of integrating all the new changes. Now, while that was happening, the new changes were being published to the PC, and you don't get those changes on the 360. And I'll also see the fact that maybe they'll add in updates to update it, and maybe they'll, add in the End Dimension, and they'll add in all these great features, but that costs money, so I'd like to see how often this game is going to be updated. Quite frankly, I believe it's preposterous to release a game without the end. I mean, I could think of another game that did that.
So surely the move to a gaming console must have done the game some good, right? Maybe a boost in performance from dedicated hardware, or a graphics upgrade. Well, you tell me. Here's a creeper exploding on PC. And here's one exploding on the 360. I'd say not. Anecdotal evidence supports that Minecraft on 360 should have less performance issues and be an all-around better platform since it's not running anything except the game. But here's where the differences lie.
You see, the problem really comes down to memory here more than anything else. The processor and GPU arguably could handle the calculations necessary to make Minecraft run smoothly, although most modern PCs have better processors and standalone video cards in them these days. The 360's issue is the 512 megabytes of RAM compared to the average PC's 2 to 4 gigabytes of RAM. You see, that limited RAM space means that there's going to be a smaller world and more laggy animations. And how smaller is this world? A lot smaller. Whenever you're spawned, you're given a map with which to populate with your adventures, so you can run across the island and then see roughly what it looks like. And yes, it is an island because it's completely bordered by water, which are invisible walls. I've run in Minecraft for 20 to 30 minutes at a time without hitting an invisible wall. It's absolutely preposterous to say that I can run from one end of my island to the next on 360 in 5 or 6 minutes. 5 or 6 minutes! Now, for gamers on consoles, maybe that's not going to be a problem. However, for us veterans of Minecraft on PC, it is quite a huge problem, because that means that there's only a very limited supply of useful minerals, especially diamonds. So if you're going down into the mines and you find some diamond, it's liable that while you're hacking away at it and a creeper comes up and explodes behind you, you won't get that chance to get all of your things back again!
And don't think that taking an older version of the Minecraft code to 360 means fixed bugs, because you'd be totally wrong. Minecraft has been accused of animal cruelty by some because of your treatment of animals, including punching sheep for their wool, but this takes it to new heights. What kind of sick god being spawns octopus on snow?
They just want to live in peace! Can't you at least put them in a body of water? That's not any better!
In fact, the only thing this version has improved over the PC is the multiplayer system. Watch how simple it is to allow other players to come into my world. See? Done. That's it. Now my friends can see that I'm playing Minecraft in their Dash, and they can choose to join me in my world, and we can weep together over the fate of our 8-legged cephalopod friends. If you're one of those people that has friends in real life, you can also bring people over and have controllers connected to your Xbox to play split screen, although the caveat with that is that it has to be in HD TV. In fact, the only thing that this did wrong is that there's no easy way to enter text. You have to go through the live system, or you have to have a mic working. Other than that, the multiplayer is quite simple and beautiful, and it's out of the way, which is exactly what it should be.
So are the blatant flaws worth picking up this game on 360, or will it be another Orange Box fiasco, or Doom 64, or StarCraft 64 for that matter?
If you've played Minecraft on the PC, you'll be sorely disappointed in its console brethren. The worlds are smaller, the graphics are less pleasing, and most of the mystery's been taken out of it. However, if you have a PC that can't run Minecraft, and believe me, they do exist, then I suppose buying Minecraft on a console is better than not having it at all. I mean, as long as you're okay with the glitches which may or may not be fixed in the future, and the small annoyances, and generally being ignored by updates, and feeling like the like the child on Thanksgiving whenever you're reaching over for a bowl of mashed potatoes because nobody will listen to you because obviously they're too busy drinking wine and telling stories at the top of their lungs, and so I reach over for the mashed potatoes and my good tie falls in the cranberry sauce, and all of a sudden everybody is laughing, and that was my good tie that I bought with my last farthing, and I was already crying, so I decided to start crying harder because they just kept laughing at me and the entire situation just got out of hand, and no, never mind, put that out of your minds. I'll edit that in post. The bottom line here is that if you can pick up this game on PC, then do. It's definitely worth it. But if you can't, or you refuse to for whatever reason, because you're a ninny, then obviously you should pick it up on the 360, as long as you're okay with the small annoyances. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go punch some trees and make some tools and try to gather back what's left of my life. This has been J. Wellington Rommefeller bidding you a good evening of good gaming.
Alright, finally got enough materials to make another portal. Now, let's see what the hubbub is about. Oh, where'd the sky go? Oh, why is everything on fire? Oh, why are there zombie pigs hanging out? Oh, I heard they can shoot fireballs at you. I don't want to do anything with zombie pig wizards.